Today, I'm going to be building a starting 11 out of the Blue Lock characters for their Under 20 World Cup arc. This is not going to be a personal, best starting 11. This is going to be a team specifically crafted to defeat the Nigerian team, who is their first opponent they have to face. So, the Nigerian team, they're known for their wingers, their pace, wingers attacking, getting the ball up to their forwards quickly, and they're physically built. So that's just something you have to deal with and think about when creating this team. You can't just put in the players you want. You have to think of the team you're facing. Ego's thinking about this too. I'm sure of it. So this is specifically tailored to defeat the Nigerian team. And I'm not doing this by myself. I do have a guest with me who is going to help and provide his input. So introduce yourself, truthfully.
What's up, guys? I'm Ramix. I'm going to be assisting Kite on this video. I've been promoted from his ghostwriter position. I've been ghostwriting for him.
I just said truthfully, and you get on here and lie immediately. But continue, my friend.
I'm the biggest.
Don't listen.
I'm one of the biggest Isagi Glazers in the Blue Lock fandom at this point. Yeah.
Freaking hell. We got an Isagi person and a Baro person trying to build a list. Let's just see how that turns out. Like the video if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to continue to see content. Also, if we get 100 likes, we'll drop a best starting 11, one that can defeat any single team in the Under 20 World Cup. So let's get started. Let's start off with the goalie. There's obviously only one choice that can go here. Remex is controlling this, so we'll let him write in the obvious choice.
Obvious answer. Everybody knows it.
Gagamaru. What the? Hey, bruh. Okay.
All right. I'm just trolling Gagamaru. Really nothing to even talk about here. If you watch the series, you know that this is the only correct answer.
I agree, and he did not kill a bear, but let's move on. So, we have the two center backs. They're going to be dealing with the super physical, athletic, high-jumping forwards of the Nigerian team. So, who are these two guys going to be? One is obviously a gimme. I think we can both agree that this is going to have to be the mother-freaking snake, Oliver Aiku, man. Do you have any disagreements?
I have none whatsoever. Aside from Gagamaru, Aiku feels like he's the only player who has kind of cemented their spot on the starting squad, regardless of the team. He has the physicality, the vision, the speed, the hops. He has it all. He has everything you'd want from a center back.
Okay, so we agree on that one. For the other center back, obviously, I don't think it's going to be Nico, his duo this time. Sadly, I love Nico. But since we're facing an aerial attack from very gifted physical players, I think it has to be Ryu. Despite his blunder, despite how you may feel, he's just the best option, I think.
I hate to admit it because I think he's a fraudulent bum.
Oh my God.
It hurts me to say it, but Ryu just seems like the perfect fit for this team, and considering who they're going against, he just has all the right specs, and even though I rate him a bit, or...
Okay, if we let Ramis continue, he's going to talk shit about Ryu. So we're going to move on from that because he's just going to shit talk Ryu. We already know he fucked up. That's not the point. So let's move on to the fullbacks. All right, I'm not big on the fullbacks. I struggle with picking the guys who I want to be. So I want Nico to go at the 2 spot. Just that's my own bias. I haven't really put any thought into it. Who do you think should go at that, left fullback spot?
Nico's definitely a safe pick, and you could definitely go with that. But I think for this instance, I actually want to go with Raichi. Even though I rate him a bit lower than Nico overall as a defender, considering who we're going against, the Nigerian team who's supposed to be physical, fast players with a lot of stamina.
And the wingers are the focus, so that actually makes sense. You want someone like Raichi.
Yeah, their best players being the wingers definitely make it so that you want to have them locked up, and that's pretty much Raichi's forte. So even though Nico is a good pick on any defense, I think Raichi here is definitely the move.
Okay, so the right fullback, I'm thinking Karasu. Maybe Nico again. Just tell me who you want there, man. I'm not really, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they're not bad options, and it's reassuring to have Metavision users on defense. But for pretty much the exact same reason as Raichi, I would put Kunigami as a defender. When you're looking at the Nigerian team, again, physical, uh, dynamic players. Sounds a lot like Shidou, and we saw how Kunigami was moving against Shidou during the PXG game, so he kind of just seems like the perfect fit for our right back here.
I cannot disagree, honestly. Damn. That's a good shout, but I wasn't even thinking of him. All right, let's move on. And this one, I know I was unsure about the fullbacks, but I'm 1000% sure that there is only one choice for this spot, the center defensive mid. It's got to be Rayo, man. He's up now. Tell me why you disagree. That's the only way, because he is the best spot. Is there even anything to disagree with?
I mean, I know a lot of people will, again, we're mentioning his name again, will gravitate to Karasu because he played this role during the U-20 game. But I think at this point, especially given his training and message from Ego about being Blue Lock's #1, I think having him right here for transitioning the team from defense to offense is just perfect for him. He specializes in defense, offense. He has the vision to back it up, and as well as his overpowered weapon. I think he's just perfect for this spot overall.
And that reminds me of another certain character from a different soccer series. We're not gonna mention it. I am gonna mention it. Aowashi, man. Aoi Ashito, Rayo Ashito, similar. Rayo has to be here, and that's just how it goes. Now, moving on to the midfield, as you can see, 4-4-2, the diamond in the middle. There's only one freebie, one gimme, as there was in the defensive side with Aiku. And I think that's Bachida. He's got the dribbling. He's got the ability to go and attack and score if he wants. He also can create chemical reactions with just about anyone. So I just don't think that there's a better option for that 8 spot on the right side, the right midfielder, than Bachida. What do you think?
No, I completely agree. You basically said it all. So Bachira at the 8 is good with me.
Perfect. We all know he's going to be combining with somebody up there in those front 3. We don't know who it is. We do. But he could do it with all of them. So moving on to the left midfield. I think that as great as Isagi is, he needs a fire starter. He needs somebody with him. And obviously we know Isagi's going to make it on the list somewhere up there. But he needs his sidekick. He needs his Robin. And I think that 7 should be Hiyori. Let me know if I'm tripping. I know he doesn't really play that spot, but do you think there are any better options than Hiyori?
I mean, there's really nothing wrong with Hiyori being there, especially for having Isagi there. But I do like the prospect of Chigiri playing there on the left wing. I mean, you would be completing the, I guess they call it the Egoist 4 with Kunigami, Bachira, Chigiri, Isagi. This would be the first time they would be playing together since the first selection. But
that's a good point.
I mean, when I'm looking at this team, even though there'd be nothing wrong with Hiyori being there, we already have spectacular playmakers like Bachira and Rio there.
Yeah.
So I feel like having another forward who can kind of disrupt the rhythm and just have that pace to deal with like the Nigerian team would do a lot more than Hiyori at this point, especially since Chigiri has focused on his endurance during his training. I think it's just a really good spot for him right now.
I can't disagree. I can't. I would say, yeah. Although I like Hiyori, I just don't think you got the Panther 44 snipe. Yeah, that's just what it should be. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. Now, I think that's a good midfield. You have Chigiri and Bachida and Rayo as well. He counts up there. So I think that does it for the midfield. The midfield's pretty easy. You could interchange it for other people, but I think for now, that midfield is solid. So lastly, and most importantly, we need to decide who our front 3 attacking striker, whatever you want to call it, the people that are scoring the goals. We need to decide who these 3 are and where they go. I'm just going to come out the gate, no formation, even needed. The top 3 guys that I want out there are Baro, Isagi, and Rin. I don't care the situation. Those are the 3 guys I want out there under any given circumstances. What do you like without formation? What do you think? Who are the 3 guys you would pick?
I to be honest, those are kind of the 3 that come to mind. There is another player who I would also definitely consider, especially depending on the Nigerian team's defense. But those 3 at the front is something I really like personally.
Okay. So we agree. Perfect. Now we just need to decide on the hard part, where each one of them goes. I'm a Baro fan, and don't think I'm being too biased, but honestly, I would like him. Bit of a hot take here, in that 9 spot, where that 9 jersey is. That's the false 9, I know, and that's not really Baro's thing, but I believe that Isagi and Rin should be next to each other because they're so similar and they could play really well off each other. That's not to say that Baro doesn't play well off of Isagi. He does, but he doesn't really play well off of Rin. It's just we don't really see the interactions between them. So I believe that it would be good for Baro to be in that 9 spot, and he can score from outside the box, inside the box. He can dribble. If they have a high defensive line, he can get past that. So I think that's a good spot for him. And then, Isagi could play maybe by Bachida. I'd like him to be able to use his weapon. I'd like to put him where that 10 jersey is on the left forward. But I think that's good for him, his weapon, his right-footedness, all that stuff. But I think he's skilled enough to be on that right side and have Bachida help and all that stuff. And then Rin would be on the left since he's just super technically sound. It doesn't matter where he's at. What do you think? How would you structure it?
I actually like this idea a lot. I know naturally, I think a lot of people would gravitate putting Rin or Isagi at the 9 just because they fit the center attacking midfield build a little bit better than Baro. But like echoing with what you said earlier about how Rin and Isagi being a pairing and having Baro play behind them. I mean, we've even seen this in the U-20 game against the former Japan U-20 team, where Rin and Isagi were trying to link up, but Baro came in and basically devoured the both of them because of his thinking that because their thinkings and their thoughts were basically the same, he could devour both of them at the same time, creating like this 3-way kind of toxic chemical reaction between them.
Yes, and that allows for all of them to shine. If Baro were next to Rin and it was them 2 out there, I think it would kind of be more of Isagi stealing the show because those 2 don't really have anything going on, and one of them would probably be dominating the other. But if you remove Baro or Rin out of that situation, I think it would allow for more opportunities to create these these toxic chemical reactions. And so I like Baro there. But if you wanted to put Baro in the box next to Isagi and have Rin do it, I would like that alternative as well, because Rin is just super technically sound, and he's also not the type to he has the destroyer mode and ego and all that stuff, but he also is sensible and will make the pass to score. He's not like Baro. We don't know if Baro has overcome that. So I would like Isagi and Rin to have a chance, and then Baro come in and just devour them if he needs to. I think that's the best option. I think we both agree to that. So you can write those in if you agree. Baro at the 9.
Yeah.
You agree with Isagi on this right side?
Yeah, I like it just because he's close to Bachira. But to be honest, you could put any 3 of these guys in any order, and I think all of them are good enough to make it work. But I think in general, I kind of like this. And even during some plays, you could definitely have Isagi and Rin drop back and have Baro spearhead the offense when the situation calls for it. But I think in general, this works. Again, you could have Isagi at the 9 or Rin. It doesn't really matter too much. But I think just for this instance, a 3 like this works. A triangle like this works.
Yeah, and Baro also operates in that exact area that he's at. Like, a lot of his goals come from around that area. So I think it works out well like that. You also misspelled Isagi. You forgot I believe it's Plotsagi.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh my god. System Boro. Yeah, system. We all know he
I'm
broke
sorry.
the system.
I can't do
You
that.
wouldn't
Even though
believe
I'm an
that.
Isagi Glazer, I can't deny Baro's excellence.
God, that was crazy. The people that say Baro's a system striker, I mean, I get it, bro. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. But let's just be for real here. Okay, so now that we've got the lineup, what do we think of this? Does this work well? Like, what do you think? I think that, the Rayo, Chigiri, them being by each other works well. I think you agree with that, given their situation and Manshine. And how many goals did they score together? Probably like 3.
I feel like I'm recalling at least 2, maybe more, but I'd have to double check. But they definitely became really good together during their Manshine performances.
When we got Bashira linked up with Isagi, Chigiri and Rin, it's a bit of an unknown, but I don't see it being too many problems. Rin can pretty much work with anyone. Chigiri and Baro do have a history. They were on, what was that, the second or third, where they had to build a team. They work together. So they can play off each other. They can devour each other. They can work together, and they can create insane chemical reactions. Baro and Isagi as well. Isagi with Rin, and then Isagi just with basically anyone. That's his superpower. So I think this is the best team, really, to defeat the Nigerian team specifically. What do you think? Who would sub in? Maybe let's focus towards the front 3. Who do you think would sub in as a striker? Or
I think the obvious option is Shidou Ryusei. A lot of people might think Shidou is a better option than Baro just because he got a higher salary, which is definitely a bit of plot. But
bullshit is what it is. But continue.
But I think in certain scenarios, he can really replace any 3 of them. He is definitely a wild card, and I think that depending on the type of defense the Nigerian team plays, he could actually be a better fit than any one of them. Just depends. It really depends. It's situational. I could see him starting over any 3 of these guys. Just it really depends. But
yeah, if they were to have like a high line, it wouldn't be good for Shidou because he would be outside the box. But if they play more relaxed, he's pretty much a guaranteed. Now he needs to work on his accuracy, which I don't think he was doing while he was skydiving, but we'll just hope that improves. Do you think you see any other people that could potentially replace? I would like, where would Karasu, what spot would Karasu be in if he came in? Let's just say he was in fact the 12th man. What spot would he come and fill in?
I think the spot he would be best at is actually at the 6 where Rayo is, but I just don't like the idea of him replacing Rayo, so I would probably have him replace either Raichi, Ryu, or Kunigami, just depending on how the Nigerian team plays and who their players are.
Okay, I agree. So, this is the team. This is the team to defeat Nigeria. This is the starting 11 for the very first game of the U-20 World Cup. This is our team. Let us know what you think. If you agree but will replace one player, if you completely disagree, don't focus too much on the formation. We just picked the formation. It's not that big of a deal. The players are what matter, and I know the formation influences the players, but just, have some damn sense, man. Let us know your thoughts and what you think, specifically for Nigeria. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, like the video. Remix, do you have any closing thoughts?
Join our Discord. We talk about Blue Lock stuff and anime stuff in general all the time. Stuff like this. So if that's what you're into, definitely consider joining.
The link will be in the description. Comment down what you need to comment down, and we will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace. 君の気持ちを大事にしなかった私のあった